Okay, so let's talk about the quadratic equation, and we'll talk about the factoring approach, and maybe I'll also give you the equation to solve the quadratic equation. So before going into the factoring approach or the formula for solving for x, let's talk about what is quadratic equation. We learned the linear equation where we had ax plus b is equal to 0. So a was some constant, b was also some constant. Constant, it means like some number. It can be any number, okay? Real number, and b is also some real number. I'm not talking about imaginary number right now because that's like a higher grade thing. So for the time being, focus on the real number, okay? So a and b are some real number. And if you see the power here, like exponent, the maximum exponent was 1. So that's why this was the linear equation, okay? Linear equation. Now, if we have something like this, ax squared bx plus c, here again a, b, c are coefficients which are real numbers, and x has exponent or power 2. Okay, this is in just one variable term, not multiple variable. So we'll be talking a quadratic equation in terms of one variable, and the variable, our very famous variable, is x. Okay, we are not going to use any other thing. So the form of quadratic equation is ax squared plus bx plus c. So this was your linear part which we learned earlier, and then now we have x squared. So in quadratic equation, the maximum power of the whole expression, like this expression here, will be 2. So if I'm saying, look at the board, if I'm saying the maximum power has to be 2, it means what? A should not be equal to 0. Is it clear? The maximum power has to be 2. If it's more than 2, it's not quadratic equation. If it's less than 2, it's not quadratic equation. Okay? It has to be 2. It means b and c can be 0, but a cannot be 0. If a is 0, we'll not have x squared, because it will become 0x squared, which is 0. And once this term is 0, this will become a linear equation, bx plus c is equal to 0. So quadratic form gone. So a must not be 0, b and c can be 0. B and c can have any value, any real number value. A can also have any real number value except 0. So let's write it again. Ax squared plus bx plus c. For example, let's take some example. You can say 2x squared plus 3x plus 4. I don't know if you can solve it or not, but we can solve it. And then it can have x squared plus 7x plus 12 is equal to 0. Or it can also have x squared is equal to 0. It can have x squared minus 9 is equal to 0. It can have x squared minus 5x 0. So see here, we have all three values, a, b, c. Okay, a is 2, b is 3, c is 4. In this one, a is 1, b is 7, and c is 12. In this one, a is 1. What is the coefficient of x squared? 1. So a is 1. What is b? B is not there, so b is 0, because b is 0 times x, which will be 0. And again, there is no constant on this side, c is 0. What about this one? A is 1. Do we have x term here? No, we don't have. So a is 1 here, b is 0, and what is c? It is plus c here, but we have minus 9. It means c is minus 9. Never forget the sign, because this can be written as like this: x square plus minus 9, or let's also write x term here. 0 times x plus minus 9 is equal to 0. So you see here, a is 1, b is 0, and c is minus 9. Now you can have something like this: x square is equal to 4. Okay, this is also a quadratic equation because the maximum power is 2. Whenever you see maximum power 2, it's quadratic equation. Okay, so this one you can write how: x square, if you have to convert this equation into ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 form, what you have to do? You will do this thing. Okay, x square, b is 0, 0 times x, because there is no x term in this one, and I'll bring this 4 to the left hand side. So if I bring this plus 4 to this side, this will become minus 4 is equal to 0. Now see, this equation we converted into ax square plus bx plus c form, where a is 1, b is 0, and c is minus 4. Got it? This is a, this is b, this is c. So any quadratic equation can be expressed in this form: ax square plus bx plus c. Okay? And what will happen? Maybe some terms are 0. That's fine. But if you see the maximum power is 2, go for it. Convert that into this format and then try to solve it. Now, we learned how to solve the linear equation. It was very simple. Let's say we have something like 3x plus 9 is equal to 0. What we did 3x. We moved this 9 to that side, which is like minus 9. Okay, because it's same as like 3x plus 9. Subtracting 9 from both sides, 0 minus 9. That's why when we move side, then the term changes sign. This will be 3x, this will become 9. Same as this one and this one same. Okay, and then x will be minus 3. So this is how we solve the linear equation, where the maximum power was 1. Okay, but we don't know how to solve quadratic equation. So one of the simplest way to solve the quadratic equation is converting this quadratic equation into two linear equations, and that's why we call it factoring. Okay, you factor it into two parts. So basically what you have to do, the given equation is, let's say, ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. You have to find something like dx plus e times fx plus z is equal to 0. So basically you have to find two linear equations and then you can solve for that. So what you see here, I converted this quadratic into two linear equations. When you have multiplication of two linear equations, it means either this term is 0 or this term is 0 or both are 0. So what does it suggest? It suggests there are two solutions. So any quadratic equation will have at max two answers, not more than two. It can have one answer, but it cannot have more than two answers. Okay, so always remember, whenever you have quadratic equation, you cannot have three answers. You can have one, but most of the cases, most of the equations will have two answers. But you can also have one. But if you are getting three answers, stop. Something is wrong with your approach. Okay, so always find two answers and it should be done. So now you understand why it's called factoring. So this is called factoring. Factoring is an approach to convert quadratic equation into multiple of two linear equation to find the solution for the equation, because solving a linear equation is very simple, as we saw in previous example. So now let's try some example. Okay, let's see. Okay, we didn't talk like how we are going to use the factoring. So for applying factoring, like how do you find dx plus e times f x plus z? So how you are going to find d, e, f, g, these terms, these constant terms? There should be some approach. Yeah, the approach is very simple. What you have to do, you have to multiply a and c. Okay, multiply a and c. Whatever product, let's say product is k, and then find two numbers, and if you multiply those two numbers, that will give you the product of these two, and let's say those two numbers are a1 and a2. Okay, if you multiply these two numbers a1 and a2, that will give you the product of a and c, and if you sum them a1 and a2, that will give you b. So this is the condition for factoring. So you have to find two numbers in such a way that their product is product of coefficient of x square and constant. So basically product of a and c should be equal to the number you found, and their sum a1 plus a2, that should be equal to b. This is the condition. So go factoring, what you have to do, find two numbers, let's say a1, a2. This can be positive number, negative number, anything. Okay, doesn't matter. Such that the product of these two, okay, two numbers, a1 and a2, such that a1 times a2 will be a times c, and a1 plus a2 will be b. This is the thing you have to do. Now, when you try to find a1, a2, the easiest way is, see, this could be negative number also, okay? Positive number or negative number. We'll decide later. First, what you have to do, use these two numbers, and even if your product is negative, look at the board. Even if product of a and c is negative, discard the negative value, take the positive, take the absolute value, and apply the factorization. Find two factors of that, and then put plus sign, minus sign somewhere in those two factors, so that a1 times a2 will be a times c, and a1 plus a2 will be b. Okay, let's take an example. I know it's overwhelming, like what is going on? I never heard a1, a2, what is it? These are just some numbers, okay? Don't get confused. These are just some constant value. It can be any real number, okay? Any real number. Example will make it easy. Okay, so let's take x square plus 5x, 7x plus 10 is equal to 0. Okay? So see here. What is a here? A is 1. What is b? 7. And what is c? 10. Correct? Yes? So, what I have to do? I have to find two numbers a1 and a2. So, what I have to do first? A times c. A times c, which is 10. And find the factors of 10. So 2, 5. Correct? So I will take plus 2 and plus 5. Let's say a1 is equal to 2, a2 is 5. Now if I multiply these two numbers, will I get 10? Yes. A1, 2 times 5 is 1 times 10. 2 times 5 is 1 times 10. And 2 plus 5 is 7. I got it? This is a times c, and this is b. So by selecting a1 is equal to 2, a2 is equal to 5, I got these two conditions satisfied. Yes? So see here, what we did, we just multiply. It's like kind of easy, quickly finding the number. Otherwise you can, oh, what value should I select? Don't get confused. Just multiply a and c, take the absolute value of that, write down all the factors of that product, and then try to select the combinations that will give you A1 and A2, such that multiplication of A1 A2 will give you the product of A on C, and sum of A1 and A2 will give you the B. Got it? Okay, we will solve a couple of examples that will help you. So our A1 was 2, A2 was, so I can write like this: 7x will be 2x plus 5x plus 10 is equal to 0. Now I will take these two terms to convert it into linear form. So x common in these two, so it has x now, this has 2 now, here 5, this is x plus 2 is equal to 0, and then x plus 2 is common in both the terms, and what is remaining here? X, and what is remaining here? 5. So 0. See, I factored this quadratic into the product of two linear expressions. Yes, that's why it's called factoring. Okay. Now, if this is true, it means x plus 2 is 0 and or x plus 5 is 0. So which will give me x is equal to minus 2. This will give me x is equal to minus 5. So the answer will be x is equal to minus 2 and minus 5. Got it? Let's take another example so that it will be easy to understand. This is the goal. Okay, another example will be 2x squared minus 6x plus 8 is equal to 0. Okay, or let's take some other value, 16 minus 15 plus 8x, 8 is equal to 0. So now tell me, this is A, this is, so A is what? 2, B is what? Minus 15. Okay, because always remember it, you have to convert into ax square plus bx plus c format. So if I use here, let's convert it. 2x square plus minus 15x, correct? Plus 8 is equal to 0. That's why A is equal to 2, B is equal to minus 15, and C is equal to 8. Okay? Now, what I told you, the shortcut to find A1 and A2, multiply these two numbers. Okay? So multiplying these two numbers will give me what? 16, and then find all the factors of this. So 2, 8, 2, 4, 2, 2. Okay. If you have 4 2s, do you see any combination that will give me 15? There is one combination. 16 and 1. If I have one number, let's say I call A1 minus 16 and A2 1. So see, A1 times A2 will be, okay, minus 1, I think. Yeah, okay, this is the equation which was wrong equation. This one, okay, this is the wrong equation, it's like it. Let's try some other value. Maybe, that's why I needed some example. 2x square minus, 7 times 2, 9. X plus 7. Okay. Yeah, this one will work. So what is A, B and C? 2x squared plus minus 9x plus 7 is equal to 0. I think that one we 7 will be A is equal to 2, B is equal to -9. That's why I should have kept some example here. Okay. Okay, do the same thing. 2 times 7 is 14. Vector is 2 and 7. Okay. Now if I take A1 is -2, A2 is -7. Multiply these two, that is 14, which is same as -2 times -7 is 2 times 7. Both are equal. So A1 times A2 gave me 14. And if I do A1 plus A2, that gave me -9. Correct? So what are those two numbers, A1 and A2? -2 and -7. Let's do that. 2x squared minus 2x minus 7x plus 7 is equal to 0. So 2x will be common because these two terms have 2x. So 2x is common, x minus 1. Here 7 is common, x minus 1 is equal to 0. So x minus 1 is common in both. So remaining is 2x minus 7 is equal to 0. That means x minus 1 is 0 or 2x minus 7 is 0. Which will give me 1, this will give me 7 by 2. Okay, so now I have two answers. Okay, so you saw what we are doing. We are trying to find two numbers in such a way that multiplication of those two numbers will give me the product of coefficient of x squared and the constant term, and sum of those two numbers will give me the coefficient of x. This is what you have to remember. And to find those two numbers, you can take the factor of product of A and C. Like here, product of A and C was 14. We took all the factors and tried to find the combination so that the sum will be B. Okay, you can put minus sign. First, find the positive numbers. Okay, like you might have A times C is some negative number. So what you do, take the absolute value, find out all the factors, and then try to find the combinations in such a way that even if you have to put some negative sign in front of one of the value or both values, so that you will get A1 plus A2 is equal to B. The goal is to find two numbers that will satisfy those two conditions. Okay, let's take another example. Here, 2x squared is equal to 32. This is also a quadratic equation. How we are going to solve this one? So we'll do some same thing. B is 0, so I will write 0x. Yeah, I know, you know the answer. And I'll bring this 32 to this side, but let's follow the approach. Okay, it's simple, but let's follow the approach. So A is 2, B is 0, and C is minus 32. So 32 times 2, 64. 64, to get B 0, I will use 8 and 8. But 8 minus 8 is 0. So I will take A1 is equal to 8, A2 is equal to minus 8. Got it? So here, so 2x squared plus 8x minus 8x minus 32 is equal to 0. And then both has 2x common, so this will be x plus 4, and it has 8 common, so x plus 4 is equal to 0. It means x plus 4, 2x minus 8 is equal to 0, which will give me x plus 4 is equal to 0, or 2x minus 4, 2x minus 8 is equal to 0. So this will give me x is equal to minus 4, and this will give me x is equal to 4. Okay, so simple. Using this factoring approach, or if you are very comfortable with this, and you learned, like you practiced so many examples in quadratic equation, you don't have to do all these things. You can just say, okay, x squared will be 16. So that means x is plus 4 and minus 4. This sign is plus and minus. So basically, both values, plus 4 and minus 4. That's how we write it. plus minus 4. Okay, so we can say, and if we apply the factoring approach, we got the same value. So now you learned how to use the factoring approach. Okay, this is the thing you have to remember for the factoring. Okay, there could be some examples where factoring will not be, like finding two factors will be very, very difficult. So I will give you a formula that you have to remember. There is a proof, very simple proof for that formula, okay? That we are not going to talk because you might get confused today. So for today's class, maybe in the next class I will show you how to prove that formula. But for today's formula, just remember, today's class, just remember the formula. And maybe, you will stop using factoring, but for the time being, the homework I'll give you, try to use factoring approach. Maybe a couple examples will be based on the formula, but first try to use the factoring. If you don't get answer using factoring, then you can apply the formula. So let's look at the formula. Formula is x will be minus b plus minus b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. Okay, this is the value of x. So here plus minus sign is there. That gives you like you will have two values. Okay, that's why we are using plus and minus. And in the next class, I'm going to show you how to prove this. Okay, why x is equal to this value. Let's take some example. Do you remember the example we did not solve? Okay, I have forgot. So let's take something. 7x minus 4 is equal to 0. Anyway, we can solve it using factoring, but forget about that because now we are here. This is the equation. I will solve it like this. X. So what is a here? A is 2, b is 7, and c is minus 4. Don't forget the sign. It has to be in this format. If you don't convert your given equation in this form, answer will be wrong. But if I take here c is equal to 4, I will get wrong answer because c is here minus 4. The equation has to be in this format. Ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. And here instead of plus 4, I have minus 4. Okay. So that's why my c is minus 4. So let's put the value here. Minus 7, minus b is minus 7 plus minus b square is 7 squared minus 4. What is a? 2. What is c? Minus 4. Divide by 2a is 2 times 2. So let's solve it this one. Minus 7 plus minus 7 square is 49. Then this will be minus sign here, minus sign 2 minus. So this will become plus. This will be 32. And this will be 4. So minus 7 plus minus 1. Wow, we got the answer. So 7 plus minus 9, 81 square root 9 divided by 4. And it means x will be 7 plus 9 divided by 4 and x minus 9 divided by 4. 16 by 4 and this will be minus 2 by 4 which is 4 and minus half. See? You don't have to factor anything. Just find a, b and c and put those values in formula. You will get the value. Let's see if it satisfies or not. 4. So 2 times 16. 4 is square 16 plus 7 times 4 minus 4. This is 32 plus 28. Minus 4. Oh, did I make something wrong? Oh, see, we made a mistake here. This is minus 7. So why? See, that's why checking is important. We made a mistake here and it did not say anything here. So this is x is equal to minus 7 minus 9 by 4 and minus 7 plus 9 by 4. Okay. So this is minus 16 by 4 minus 4, and this is half. So I'm saying, why I'm not getting equal to 0 here? So equation became, now try minus 4. Minus 4 again 16, and minus 4 will be 28, minus 4, now 32 minus 32 is equal to 0. This answer is correct. Now try half. 2 times half square is 1 by 4 plus 7 by 2 minus 4. So this will be half plus 7 by 2 minus 4. So 7 plus 1, 8 by 2, 4 minus 4 is equal to 0. So both answers are correct. See, just you have to use this formula and then you have the correct answer. Okay, let's take another example, one more, and then I think we'll be done for today. 3x squared minus 9x plus 7 is equal to, or maybe 12. Yeah, 12 is equal to 0. I don't take a big number. Let's take a smaller number, 5. Okay. So what is A? A is 3. B is what? Minus 9. Okay. And C is 5. Apply this formula and make sure we are not making any mistake here. So minus B, minus B, minus B. So minus and B is here. B is minus 9. Okay. Plus minus B square. B square means minus 9 square. Minus 4. A is 3 and C is 5. Divide by 2 times 3. Correct? All the values are okay. Now solve it. So this will be minus plus, and this one will be 9 minus 9 square is 81 minus 60 divided by 6. Then this will be 9 plus minus 1, 21 divided by 6. Can we solve it? We can solve if we have to take the square root of 21, and or we can write here like, okay, divide by 6. Another answer, 9 minus square root of 21 divided by 6. This is our answer. See, this factor, can we find these two factors? No, it's not. We can find, but it's not easy. It will take like several minutes to find these two factors. So that's why this formula is important. Like, just put ABC and you get the value. Now you want to try if these answers are correct or not. Let's try that. So let me use here 3x squared. X is 9 plus square root of 21 divided by 6 minus 9 times 9 plus square root of 21 divided by 6 plus 5. Okay, so let's do it. 3, I will take 6 square out, so which is 36, and then this is a plus b square. You know the formula, 81 plus b square plus 2ab, 2 is 9, 18, okay, and then minus 9 by 6, and then 9 plus square root of 21 plus 5. Let's see if I can cancel something. So 3 divided by 36, so 81 divided by, this is 1 by 12, 81 divided by 12 plus 21 divided by 12 plus here, so 6 times 3, 3 square root divided by 2, correct? 18 by 12 is 3 by 2, yes, and then here, so 81 divided by 6, and this will be 3 by 2 square root of 21 plus 5. So these two terms cancelled out. and this will be 3 10 by 12 minus 81, okay, by 6, that's 5. Okay, now this one will be 103 divided by 12, make everything 12. So this one, to make it 12, I will multiply 2, 16, 12, plus multiply this one at 12, 60 divided by 12. Did you make some mistake? Oh, see, sorry, here, 112, okay, 81 plus 21, 102, not 103. So this is 102. See, we got 102 plus 60, 162, 62 and minus 0. So that answer is correct. If you want to try the other value, since one is correct, the other will be correct, I think. So this is how you prove that the answer you got is correct. So this kind of value, when you have, it's a time taking to find the factors. That's easy way is use the formula. Okay, so I think we are done for today. So there are two ways to solve. One is like use the factoring approach, okay, where you try to find two numbers such that their product will be product of A and C and the sum will be B. And second is use this formula. And there is one quiz on this one. I think now you can solve without any help. Okay, so that's it for